there guys, and welcome back to the channel. As always, thanks so much for joining me in this episode of Review Flicks. I appreciate you being here. We're going to be talking about the Monsters Assemble movie. So, the production company behind Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, they're also making several other horror character movies as well. We've got PINOCCHIO Unstrung, we've got Bambi the Reckoning, Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, and they're bringing all these characters together to make a Monsters Assembled movie. So all these horror characters that are now in the public domain are going to be coming together for like an Avengers style team up. And it looks like we've got some important news about when the production date is going to start shooting for this movie. So let's dive into this article, let's break down this news. I'm so excited because Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 1 and 2, they were such fun movies. Even though they weren't Oscar caliber movies or performances or anything like that, there was a lot of fun to be had with those movies. And having monster team up movie with all these different kind of classical Disney characters, I think it's going to be really, really fun. So, like I say, let's break down this news. So, this comes to us from comicbook.com. Winnie-the-Pooh, a horror crossover with Bambi. Peter Pan gets a major update. So, the Poohniverse is being assembled sooner than you might think. The Twisted Childhood Universe. So, there seems to be two names for this universe, so it can be a bit confusing. It's called the Poohniverse, but it's also called the Twisted Child Universe. So, there seems to be two different names floating around here. So, just bear in mind, we've got the Twisted Child Universe and the Poohniverse. It's two different names, but it's the same universe, basically. Has gotten off to a blazing start with Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey films. And just to go off on a tangent for a second, Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey, the first movie, it came out and it surprised people. It was a lot better than it had any business being. It was still kind of low budget and cheesy, but then Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 came out. And the jump in production quality from that first Winnie-the-Pooh movie to the second one was just crazy. You could see the budget being well spent on screen. The costume was better, the character designs, the cinematography, everything was just turned up. And the quality in the production from Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2, it was just a massive improvement from that first movie. So, while the first was largely panned, the sequel was a major improvement, like I was just saying. And both have been enormous returns on investment for Jagged Edge Productions. Yeah, they've made ridiculous amounts of money as well. Their return on investment has been incredible. It's been no secret that the independent studio has been building out the entire cinematic universe out of horror versions of classic childhood characters. And all of those characters are coming together in an Avengers-style team-up called Poohniverse Monsters Assemble. Can you even imagine seeing Winnie-the-Pooh standing next to Peter Pan, standing next to Pinocchio, standing next to Bambi, and they're all teaming up to go out and like kill loads of people? Like, it's the most craziest kind of imagery that you can conjure up as a fan of these kind of characters. Just seeing Winnie-the-Pooh, having a conversation with Peter Pan, like a horror version of Peter Pan. Like, it boggles the mind, but it's going to be so fun. I can't wait to see how they do this. It may sound silly, but the Twisted Childhood Universe is rapidly growing fan base, and it shows no signs of slowing down. The first half of 2025 will see Bambi the Reckoning and Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare make their debuts. By the way, guys, go onto my channel. I have done trailer reviews and trailer reactions to Bambi the Reckoning trailer and Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare, so make sure you check those out. I'll put the links to those videos down below in the description of this video, so go and check out my kind of reactions to those trailers. They're really awesome trailers, so do check out those videos if you're interested. Continuing the work that began in Blood and Honey and building towards Poohniverse, this week the highly anticipated team-up movie got a massive update. So according to Deadline, the cameras are going to start rolling on the Poohniverse within the next few months. The publication's new report states production is currently scheduled to begin in March of 2025. So it's not far away, guys. It's only about 4 months away from starting production. And when we're actually going to get this movie on screen, I'm not sure. I would imagine probably early 2026, but potentially late 2025. Depends how much post-production they need to do. Remember, it's still a low-budget movie. Depending on how much CGI they need, it could be late 2025, early 2026. We'll have to wait and see. This update came with the news that the Poohniverse Monsters Assemble has secured international distribution. So it's going worldwide. They're going all in on this franchise. They really are, doing individual movies for every character. And then doing this team-up movie as well. I mean, they've got big plans for this franchise because they're making so much damn money. They made Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 1, and they made such a lot of money with that first Winnie-the-Pooh movie. They were like, oh yeah, we have to go all in this. We're going to make a whole load of money. And it looks like they're doing just that. So fair play to them, you know. Rhys Frake-Waterford is returning to direct the Poohniverse after helming both Blood and Honey films over the last couple of years. Both he and Scott Chambers will also be returning as writers and producers, continuing their roles from the Winnie-the-Pooh movies. Chambers is also set to reprise his on-screen role as Christopher Robin from Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2. In addition to Chambers, Christopher Robin, the cast is also expected to include other stars from Blood and Honey 2 and the other unreleased films in the Twisted Childhood universe. The cast list is expected to feature... we've got these names here, guys. I'm not going to read them because I'll butcher them, so have a pause and read of the cast list there that will be coming back for the Poohniverse movie if you want to. Of course, fans should also expect to see the likes of Pooh, Piglet and Owl make their way back to the Poohniverse, along with characters like Bambi, whom we haven't had a chance to see on screen yet. The final scene of Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 showed just how many of these characters will find their way back to the story, even if it seemed like they'd been killed off. At this time, none of the upcoming Twisted Childhood universe movies have official release dates. Bambi the Reckoning and Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare will definitely be the next two films in the franchise to be released, and I believe it's confirmed that they are coming in 2025, so I don't think we've got that long to wait for Peter Pan Neverland Nightmare and Bambi the Reckoning. Both Winnie-the-Pooh, Blood and Honey movies are currently streaming on Peacock. So that's where we are. It looks like they are starting to shoot in March of 2025, the Poohniverse Monsters Assemble movie. This is so fun. Obviously, ever since these characters became public domain figures, which means now anybody can use these characters in any way they like, as long as they don't copy the Disney version of these characters. You can use them in graphic novels, in books, in shows, in movies, any way you like, basically. Like I say, as long as you don't copy the Disney versions of the designs of these characters. But there's been so many different iterations now of these horror, low-budget horror movies trying to get made that feature Steamboat Willie, that feature all these different public domain characters. But this seems to be the one breakout franchise that's actually doing really well. And it could become the definitive, de facto version of these kind of horror versions of these characters going forward into the future. It seems like they're making a lot of money, they're having a lot of fun, the fans are enjoying it. As it says in this article, the fan base is getting bigger and bigger by the day for this Poohniverse here. And you guys, based on the feedback that I get on these videos on my channel, you guys seem to really enjoy learning about these movies as well. So it just goes to show that the fan base is there and it's growing for these movies, and the excitement, the hype, the anticipation. People want to learn new stuff about these movies. And I think this is going to be one of the most fun movies in the next couple of years that I'm really looking forward to. Whether it's Oscar caliber or not, I don't care. There's going to be fun to be had with this. Seeing these different individual characters, having Peter Pan standing next to Bambi, standing next to Winnie-the-Pooh, slaughtering people, and just like, yeah, it's just going to be so damn fun. So guys, jump into the comment section. Let me know what you think about this. Are you excited for the Poohniverse Monsters Assemble movie? And what do you think about the production start date starting in March of next year? That means we probably won't have that long to wait until this movie comes out. The turnaround between production start and the actual movie coming out doesn't seem to be that long with this franchise, which is good. But like I said, drop your comments down below. Can't wait to read what you guys have to say. Thanks so much for being here. Hit that like and subscribe as always, and I will see you in the next video.